You're good, Peg.
Hi, everybody. This is Peg Fitzpatrick, and I am here in New Hampshire, but we're coming to you live from Austin, Texas at South by Southwest. We have awesome tech going on. This is the first hangout of the live series that Ronnie Bincer is doing, so I will turn it over to him.
Hey guys, this is Ronnie Bincer, the Hangout Helper from the streets of Austin, Texas for South by Southwest 2014 with our guest star, Guy Kawasaki. Guy, fantastic to meet you.
Oh, how are you? Peggy, is it cold in New Hampshire today?
It's awesome. It was like 3 degrees. It's like summer here.
Well, it's feeling a little chilly right here right now. We got booted out of where we were, and I think because we have more equipment than I did last year. Last year was easier to do this stealthily. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to ask Guy just a couple of quick questions and let some people answer or ask additional ones in the Hangout area. Guy, I've been watching you for a couple of years, a lot of years, back in the days when Macintosh was around. And what Guy did in the early days, he helped evangelize this phenomenal place called Apple. And he let people know ahead of time that this is a thing to pay attention to. And I saw him do the very same thing with Google+, which to me was just awesome. Okay, so
Media. It's a Macintosh on social media.
Right, the Macintosh is social media. So my question for you, the first one, is how do you think Google Plus is actually changing the way social media does stuff?
Well, I hope it's increasing people's sense of appreciation of the aesthetics, like white space, big photos, threading, those kinds of things that you really can't do on Twitter. Facebook you can do, but it's a little bit less white space, and I don't know. I just like the aesthetics of Google Plus.
Now, one of the things about the way the Mac worked, okay, the way the Mac stuff was working is a lot of people were saying this thing's never going to last, it's not going to work, and it was actually better technology. It was better stuff when it first came out than anything else that was out there. You were saying the same kind of thing with What's Your Plus, the book you wrote about What's the Plus. I'm sorry, What's the Plus? My bad. And you were talking about that same thing and how awesome this Google Plus place is. Have you seen some things change to the point where you think it's just amazingly incredible that if people don't show up, they're going to miss out on it?
Well, one thing is something like this, like Hangouts, right? So, have you ever done a Hangout on Twitter? Probably not. Right? So, I think Hangout has been a killer app for Google Plus, and just like PageMaker was a killer app for.
I was a PageMaker guy, yeah. I taught PageMaker.
PageMaker was a killer app for Macintosh, and maybe Hangouts is the killer app for Google+.
PageMaker and the laser printer, or the laser writer, I think, is at that time, early on.
If it weren't for those two things, there would be no Apple today.
Wow. Okay, so I was curious, does anybody in the film strip want to ask Guy a pressing question, please?
I'd like to ask one thing. Guy, if, for example, you're at the Southwest by Southwest, for the people, since this is the first interview, not a lot of people know what that is. What is the festival all about? And I got to mention something about Mark Cuban interview, too, because I love it, and I think that's going to be fun.
So South by Southwest originally started as a music festival, and now it's music, film, and interactive, meaning technology. And it's just kind of it's a collection of people who are just interested in a topic, and it's huge. What I like about it is there are very few billionaires here, other than Mark Cuban tomorrow. So it's not one of these kind of things where, every CEO and every VP and every CXO of every investment bank and all the other bullshit happens. These are real people. They're real bloggers. They're real social media people. The only person that's missing from South by Southwest is Peggy Fitzpatrick. If I were South by Southwest, I would pay her to come, but I mean.
All right, that's great stuff. I want to big shout out to Jeff C., who's here behind the camera, making sure this is all working for us, and all of you out there. There he is, yeah. All you out there, we're going to be doing live interviews throughout the whole interactive portion through the 11th. They're going to have their own events. So please feel free to check out those links and make sure you follow up. And to everybody out there that's watching live, we're using Google Plus Hangouts on air, one of the most awesome communication platforms in the world, and it's free stuff. So please take advantage of it. This is Ronnie Bincer, the Hangout Helper, and
Guy Kawasaki.
Signing off for right now. Thanks so much for being with us. See ya.